I'm a trad wife and I'm voting for Kamala Harris. I am a trad wife and I'm voting for Kamala Harris because women's health is very important to me. And, well, women's health doesn't stop when we go through menopause the same way it didn't start when we started our periods. It sort of existed before and after those things. I didn't lose my right to an abortion according to the Supreme Court. I lost that according to the state of Oklahoma. The Supreme Court took away my right to privacy. My right to privacy. My right to have a conversation with my doctor and not have the state of Oklahoma in there looking over her shoulder and approving or disapproving what she does. I lost my right to privacy. And that right of privacy is what has opened the door to revisit things like birth control and sodomy laws. Because when you no longer have a right to privacy, well, that's going to go beyond whether or not you're going to get reproductive care now, doesn't it? I am a trad wife and I'm voting for Kamala Harris because I'm a gun owner. And because I am tired of watching children get shot up in schools. And I don't want to have to fear for my children that are in a public school. I am a trad wife. I am all for a 3-day waiting period. Hell, make it a fucking month. And I don't care if your gun broke and now you're going to have to not be able to have one for your $10,000, shooting trip or what the fuck ever. I don't care. I want a background check. I want red flag laws. And I'm a gun owner. And I'm a trad wife. And I'm voting for Kamala Harris. Because common sense gun laws protect children. And I would rather protect a child than a gun. And I also believe that if you don't get a hold of this shit now, when those children are the ones in charge, they're going to take all the fucking guns away because they are tired of playing fuck around and find out with them. Because we fucked around, they found out. They don't like this shit. They're going to take them all. Keep pushing that shit. You guys start playing fuck around and find out and see how those kids react. I am a trad wife, and I am voting for Kamala Harris. Because even though I live in the middle of rural bumfucked Egypt, the middle class is the backbone of this country. Those little suburban areas, after World War II, it's what grew this country. We need to do it again, only we need to not leave segments of the population behind this. Now, let's just bring everybody into it. I'm a traditional wife, and I'm voting for Kamala Harris because I saw what Trump did to the economy. Because I am better off now than I was 4 years ago when people were washing off their groceries with Clorox. And half the people were out of work and having to get supplemented by extra federal money in their unemployment to survive. Except for those who were necessary workers, which apparently was everyone in Oklahoma. I don't think anybody shut down shit here. I don't know, maybe they did up in Oklahoma City or Tulsa, but they damn sure didn't out here. Well, I guess a few restaurants. None of the fast foods, though. Just restaurants. Well, that seems kind of sad, though, because a couple of them did shut down. But beyond restaurants, nothing. My husband even was told to, keep this letter that says he was an essential worker because he works in the oil field. He was the only person left in the entire company still working. Everybody in the oil field got laid off under Trump before COVID shutdowns. Trump came riding in on Obama's great economic growth and rode that for about 2 years, and then his economy started crashing. And then COVID. Yeah, I am way better off now than I was 4 years ago. God, it's better. Um, I'm a trad wife, and I'm voting for Kamala Harris because I homeschooled my kids. And I've seen what shitty school systems are like. Oklahoma is there's a reason why we're ranked at the bottom. This is what happens when you have red run the state for too fucking long. You get schools like ours. Boy, they're just getting worse with Ryan Walters at the helm. I'm a trad wife and I'm voting for Kamala Harris because I like the CHIPS Act. I like the fact that she has plans to actually put us in direct competition with China. In fact, her administration has already done so. Whereas Trump just wants to kiss, Xi Jinping's ass, and I find that to be gross. No, they're not smart guys. They have strong, powerful militaries, is what they fucking have. Putin's not strong. Putin is weak as a motherfucker. The only thing that makes him strong is the fear that he put. See, this is the problem. Trump thinks fear is strength. It's not. If you were strong, you don't have to make people afraid. You would actually make them feel safe. My husband makes me feel safe, not frightened. That's the difference between Trump and a real man, though. I go to my husband for protection whenever I feel unsafe. I'm like, honey, I don't want to be here no more. He's like, okay, let's get you out. He doesn't stand there and threaten and fight. He's like, okay, well, then we'll just leave. Because that's how a real man handles it. He does not have to go around and prove that he's a tough man. He simply goes, okay, then we're not going to be in an area where you feel unsafe or insecure. Like a real man. I am a trad wife and I'm voting for Kamala Harris because I don't believe in a totalitarian dictatorship. Because immigrants have not ruined my entire life. They are not the evil against everyone in this country. They are, in fact, what the majority of this country is since we came and stole it. A bunch of fucking immigrants. And then there's the fact that, at least where I live, it was Mexico. So, I mean, are they immigrating or are they just coming home? Because if Russia can claim Ukraine because of an old map, then how is it that Mexico can't claim Oklahoma and Texas and Arizona and New Mexico and California? Why don't they get to claim all that from their old map?